Forgive me if I look weird, guys. I've just applied pretty bad brows and some eye base to my eyes, and then I realized I hadn't even done an intro to this video. So in today's video, I'm going to be trying out the new Huda Beauty Nudes palette. I purchased this palette myself because I no longer receive Huda Beauty PR. I actually have a little bit of a rant to tell you guys. I'm going to tie my hair back for this because I need to concentrate. I have a bit of a rant because, like I said, I no longer receive Huda Beauty PR. That's fine, that's good. I kind of knew that was going to happen anyway, so I just buy the products myself. And when I actually went onto the website, I bought this from the Huda Beauty website, like directly from the website, so no, it's not a fake or anything like that. I also purchased the Obsessions palette. Let me get it. So I purchased this palette here. I purchased the baking powder and the new concealer. The concealer and the baking powder are awesome. They are so good. I've tried them already and I really like them. However, this Obsessions palette arrived broken. Look, the black was completely smashed like that. Like, look guys, I haven't even used this palette yet. I haven't swatched it. I haven't touched it, I haven't done anything. And I honestly don't even see how it would have arrived broken because it came so bubble wrapped, but anyway, it did. I'm thinking maybe it broke at the factory before it got sent out. So I emailed the Huda Beauty support team and I was like, hi, I bought this palette and it arrived broken with the black smash, and I sent them pictures and everything, and I was like, how do I go about getting a replacement? And they replied and they were like, hi gorgeous, usually we would ask you to send the palette back to us and we will credit the money back into your account. But in this situation, we're not gonna ask you to send the palette back. I mean, that's all well and good, but I live in Ireland now. So this palette, this here, I've got the receipt here. That palette cost me 27 American dollars, but then I also had to pay $18.65 shipping. And then because I live in Ireland and they've got ridiculous custom laws, I had to pay 50 euro. It was like 51, I'll find the exact email and put it up on the screen for you guys. It was like 51 euro, I think, in customs fees. So the three products including shipping cost me $91 plus 50 euros in shipping. So that was extremely expensive. So when they said they were just going to refund $27 to my account, I was like, that's kind of not good enough because I spent a fortune getting this here to me in Ireland and it arrived broken, and I'm not going to pay more import fees, more shipping fees to order the same palette again. Do you know what I mean? I'm pretty annoyed by it. What would you guys do in this situation? Am I overreacting or have I wasted my money? I'm so sad too because this particular palette is like all my favorite colors and I was so excited to use it. Like when I saw the package had arrived, I was like literally dancing like, oh my god, and then I saw it was broken and I was very disappointed. Anyway, just after I purchased those, then I saw the nude palette had become available on the website, so I purchased that too so that I could review it for you guys, because I know a lot of you don't actually purchase things until you hear my opinion on it because you know your girl's going to tell you the truth. So this is how the palette arrived. I haven't even taken it out yet. So it came in this bubble wrap with these stickers, which I think are so cute, guys. Look at them. Oh, I absolutely love stickers. I remember in school, in primary school, we used to all collect stickers and stickers were so cool. And I feel like I still have this attachment stickers and I just love them. I think these are so cute. And do you know what else it came with? This Huda Beauty stinker for the car. And I'm so excited about it. I mean, it smells rotten. Like, it's definitely the kind of smell that's gonna make me feel car sick, but it's just such a random thing to come with the palette. I'm like, I love that. So they came with the palette. I invited them, they just came for free with it and I was like, that is so cute. So the palette is well packaged. Hopefully it's not broken because this is exactly the packaging that the Obsessions palette came in and that arrived broken. So let's see. It's actually really hard to get out. Oh my god, I'm like being so careful with this because I don't want any shades to smash. I can't even get it out of the damn bag. Okay, there we go. We have some progress. All right, so it comes in some plastic, brilliant. Always like adding more plastic to the environment. Ooh. So this is what the palette itself looks like. Very, very pretty. Huda Beauty, honestly, I swear she has the prettiest palettes in the entire world. And it's cardboard, which I love because if you drop this on the floor, in theory, your eyeshadows will possibly survive, unlike if it was a plastic palette. Okay, so there's also another plastic insert in there. Ooh, so pretty. So this is what the palette looks like. You've got a bunch of matte shades and then you've got these pressed glitters as well and a huge mirror. Oh, these are gorgeous. Should I swatch every single color? I think I'm going to swatch every single color so you guys can see. Oh, that is so strange. Wait, is that a concealer? I haven't even read about this palette. I should read first. Oh my god, that's a concealer. What? Okay, so this shade down here is a concealer to prep your lids with. I didn't even know that. And now I've gone and put the P. Louise base. Oh well. Okay, so let's swatch this shade here. I'm just gonna swatch them all on my hand. space. That one there seems a little bit chalky, but that's alright. Where am I gonna put this one? Oh my god. Right, so these are all eyeshadow shades swatched from left to right, starting from the bottom of the palette, working your way up. These glitters and these duochromes, oh my god, they look so beautiful. I hope my camera is actually picking it up. Like, look at this shiny one here. So pretty. So pretty. So this nude palette, this cost me $65 US and shipping was $18.65. And then when it came into the country, I had to pay a further, I think it was 15 euros in customs. Obviously customs has nothing to do with Huda Beauty. It's absolutely not her fault that Ireland has these custom laws. It's just I wanted to make you guys aware of it in case you do live in Ireland or a country where you have to pay customs. You will likely have to pay money when it comes into the country. I think I'm gonna do like a soft, dusty, kind of pinky mauve cut crease-ish glitter look today. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this. Right, I'm gonna go in with this shade down here. It's called Tease. Okay, first thing to note, there is quite a bit of kick up on that shade, but that's all right. I've had that happen with other palettes and it doesn't really bother me that much. I just kind of get rid of it. This color is pretty darn pigmented. Seems really, really blendable as well. And bear in mind that the base I'm using right now is wet and tacky to kind of grab the pigment, and it's still blending pretty darn easily even on that. So that speaks a lot for the blendability of these shadows. Ooh. Interesting. What now? I'm gonna go around the outside of that with this shade here. It's Coldplay. Again, a lot of kickback. Like, I just pressed gently my brush into it and there's a lot of kickback. Like, I'll show you guys if I can see what I'm doing. Like that. See what I mean? There's a lot of kickback. Again, it's not something that really bothers me all that much. It just does mean that obviously the eyeshadow runs out faster than what it would if there was no kickback, but I don't mind. Ooh, even that color, which is super, super light and a pastel, is pretty darn pigmented and beautifully blendable. So far, so good. So I'm just going in with a Sigma E35 blending brush and I'm actually taking tiny, tiny amounts of that first color, Tease, and putting it right here in my socket, patting it and then gently blending it to build up that color. These colors I found are really buildable. So although you do get that initial whoo of pigment, when you then go and put the transition shade on top, obviously it tones that down and I wanted the initial whoosh back. So that's what I'm doing. I hope that made sense. I can't get over how well these blend. They're beautiful. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with that concealer that I said I spent a fortune on. And I actually really, really like it. It's so bloody pigmented. This is the Overachiever concealer and I got it in the color Whipped Cream Dog. Does or does not that look like it says Whipped Cream Dog? I'm gonna load up my brush and do a half cut crease with that concealer. Okay, so I went completely overboard and this has turned into a much bigger cut crease than I originally anticipated, okay. But guys, look how pigmented that concealer is. It covers that eyeshadow so well. Okay, I'm gonna take this pressed glitter here. It's called Daydream, is it? Wait, yes, yeah, called Daydream. I'm gonna go in with that shade there. Okay, I'm gonna apply this on the inner corners. Why is my brush not picking that up? What's going on? There we go. It's not as pigmented as I was expecting. I thought it was going to stick to this concealer really well, but it's not. Okay, so if I apply it with my finger, it's a lot more pigmented. That's all right. All right, I'm going to try a lip brush and see if that will work better. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm going to try a Sigma E21 and see if that'll work better because that lip brush wasn't working. Let's see if you guys can see what I mean. So I'm going into the product and nothing is really being picked up. Okay, so crisis averted. The Sigma E21 works really well for picking up that glitter. Much better. Then I'm going to go in with a bit of Play and Teddy and put that over the concealer as well. I'm just going to be patting that on to create a kind of ombre effect. Then I'm going in with Tease towards that outer corner, and then at the very outer corner I'm going in with this super dark purple shade up here called Love Bite. This dark purple Love Bite, so pigmented, so beautiful. So I'm just gently blending all these shades into each other, starting with the lighter shades and working my way down to the darker shades. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. So, whoa, what the fuck? What happened to my lighting? Okay. So this is what it's looking like so far, and I'm so impressed. I love these shades so far. I'm gonna go and put the rest of my foundation and face on, and then I'm gonna come back to do the lower lash line and tell you my final thoughts on the palette. Okay, so I've done the rest of my makeup, and I've also taken about 3 hours to do it because I got stuck in an argument about the horse racing industry on Facebook against another beauty influencer, if you can even call her that. So anyway, back to the task at hand. The eyeshadow so far, considering how long it's been since I last put this on and showed you, it's held up really well. Even under like the really bright lights that produce a lot of heat that I'm seeing in front of. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and do my under eyes. I'm not actually gonna use the P. Louise base for this. I'm going to try out the concealer that comes in the palette that's made for prepping your eyes so I can see how it works. So I'm taking a good bit of that on my brush. Let me see. Ooh. The color is good. It's not too dark, not too light. The coverage of it looks good. I can't believe I didn't know that a concealer comes in this palette. Like, she's literally thought of everything in this palette. She's got shimmers, mattes, pressed glitters, concealer. The woman knows her stuff when it comes to eyeshadow palettes. The foundation, obviously, I didn't like. Okay, so what brush am I going to use? I need to wash all my brushes, and I've got no clean E25s, and when I've got no E25s, I basically just start panicking. What brush am I going to use? Oh my god. Alright, I'm just going to go back in with this one that I started with at the very start. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I want to keep it bright-ish. Okay, what is my hair? I want to keep it bright-ish, so I'm going to go in with this one here first. That orangey shade that we used as just transition shade. I just got more in my eye than under my eye. Ow. So that color is pretty darn brightening. I can't get over how pigmented a matte pastel is from this thing. Like, that's a rare find. Very good. Now I'm gonna go in with, ooh, this pretty color up here, Spanked. I'm gonna go in with that directly underneath my lower lashes. People seem to think that I've got this like vendetta out against Huda Beauty and that I don't like her as like an artist or a businesswoman or a person, all because I didn't like the Huda Beauty Flawless Filter Foundation that came out. And it's like, what on earth? I use Huda Beauty everything basically. Like, I love her liquid lipsticks. I use nothing but her eyelash glue. I've gone and purchased 2 palettes from her. I've purchased her concealer. I've purchased her, what else did I buy? Oh, the powder. I have nothing against Huda Beauty. I think she's so good at what she does. The only reason it might come across that I have that I don't like Huda Beauty is because her brand name has the same name as her. So when I'm like annoyed at something to do with like her brand, it sounds like I'm annoyed with her. Like when I'm like, it's not good enough, Huda, that this arrived broken, and yet I have wasted all the money getting it sent to me and paying customs and all that only for a broken palette. I'm not getting angry at Huda herself. Like, Huda is the name of the company, you know what I mean? Like, I'm annoyed at Huda Beauty Cosmetics, not Huda herself. I guess that's the risk you take when your company is your namesake. But no, I love Huda, and I think her products, for the most part, I've liked everything. I just did not like one single product. Like, this is awesome. This is so pigmented. You don't even need the base that I used at the start, like on my top lids. Love it. I think I'm gonna leave that one like that and just put on some mascara on my lower lashes now. Probably should put on some fake eyelashes too, but I can't be bothered. Okay guys, that is my eye look complete with this palette. My final thoughts on this palette. I need to make like a little checklist that I tick off when I'm doing product reviews. So, my final thoughts on the palette. Packaging, awesome. I love that it's cardboard. I love the massive mirror. I think the way the shadows are set out is so pretty. Like, it's so aesthetically pleasing just to look at it. It's so pretty. It brings joy to my eyes. I love that she's thought of like a concealer eye base in the palette. Like, I don't even think anyone's done that before, and it's so genius. Every palette should have that. I love that she's got a mixture of mattes, shimmers, and pressed glitters and duochromes. Like, this is an awesome palette. And the pigmentation, can't complain. Pigmentation is brilliant. So happy with that. Blendability, awesome, no complaints there. They blend like a dream. And another really good thing about this palette is that the eyeshadows layer on top of each other so well. I've got other eyeshadow palettes where, say you put one eyeshadow shade all over your eyelid. And then you put another one in the crease towards the outer corner of the eye, and then you go in with like an accent shade. The accent shade just won't stick because there's already eyeshadows on your eye, and it just will not stick. It just basically blends away to nothing. Blends away to thin air. This doesn't do that. You, honestly, I reckon you could layer and layer and layer and layer these eyeshadows and you will still get full pigmentation at the end of it, which is basically what I did with my eye look here. I'm so impressed with this palette. What else is there to say about it? Oh, I know people have questions about me being cruelty free and using Huda Beauty products because she does sell mink lashes. I totally get where you guys are coming from, and it is a bone of contention I have with other cruelty free makeup brands in that they don't test on animals, but they sell either animal hair brushes or they sell mink eyelashes. The way I see it is that I will continue to support her brand and her faux mink eyelashes so that hopefully she will see in time that it's the cruelty free products that she sells that do the best, and then hopefully she'll kind of scrap the real mink eyelashes. So yeah, that's where I stand on that. All in all, I would say I give this palette a 9 out of 10, and the only reason it's losing a mark is because of the kick up. Remember at the start when I was like putting my brush in it and there was like loads of kick up on the actual palette itself? That's the only reason it's losing 1 mark. Otherwise this palette would be a 10 out of 10 for me. I love it. I think it's brilliant. I'm going to keep it in my life forever, not only because it costs a fortune to get to me, but because it's so damn good. So is this palette worth the hype, or is it a heap of shite? It is worth the hype. I think it's awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed this review video. I hope you're all doing extremely well, and I will see you tomorrow night for another video. I love your guts, and I'll see you then. Bye!